Hey guys, Cool Brains here, and welcome back to another video as always. Today I'm going to be talking about the MBTA, MPI, MP36PH-3C. So let's start. So in 2009, MBTA decided that it was time to buy a new eco-friendly locomotive. Let's get some new things into service, said the MBTA. At this point, a lot of other commuter rail companies were using a very good locomotive and very eco-friendly locomotive called the MP36PH-3C. MBTA saw how they were doing a good job for the other commuter rail companies and decided that they were going to buy some of those locomotives. Unfortunately, MBTA stepped in at the wrong moment as the MP36PH-3C was not being manufactured anymore. Although, in 2011, Utah Transit, aka Frontrunner, sold 2 of its units to MBTA. The units that Utah Transit sold were Utah Transit numbers 13 and 14. These units would later be known as MBTX 011 and 010. These units were very streamlined, almost fitting the height of the Comet cab car. These units also had a curved nose, unlike the MBTA's F40PH-2C, F40PH-3C, F40PH-M-2C, and other locomotives MBTA had in their fleet. These locomotives were especially first put on wash trains, which are trains that clear the tracks in autumn. But later, these locomotives would be put into commuter rail service. Because there are only 2 of these units, these locomotives would be one of the rarest locomotives on MBTA's fleet. Even though in the MBTA fleet, MBTA hardly had any 3GS 21B Genesis switchers. Unfortunately, all MBTA Genesis switchers have been retired due to being unreliable in equipment moves since they are switchers and they do not do commuter rail service. Time to talk about the horns and bells. All MP36PH-3C locomotives are equipped with Graham White E-bells. They are also all equipped with the unique Nathan Hybrid K3 horn. Here is some samples of both the horns and bells. Now you might be thinking, what does MP36PH-3C even stand for? Well, here's your answer. The M stands for that it is built by MPI, aka Motive Power Inc. The 36 stands for that it has 3600 horsepower. The P stands for that it is a passenger locomotive. The H stands for that it is equipped with head and power, or ATP for short. The 3 stands for that the first batch ordered by Caltrain was ordered in 2003, and the C stands for the HEP generator used is a Caterpillar HEP generator C27. Now in 2013, MBTA released a new locomotive called the HSP46, and it was pretty identical to the MP36, except that the HSP46's color scheme is different than the regular standard lightning bolt that are painted on MBTA's MP36PH-3Cs. Now, another thing is that the MP36PHs were often called purple Twinkies by many rail fans and crews, including myself. So the HSPs were then called screaming Twinkies because of the HSP's loud horn. Now, the MP36s and the HSPs both work at North and South stations, and they are also found at the BET. In fact, I even made a video, a Rail Fanning in the Car episode, showing MP36PH-3C number 010 at the BET. It was pretty cool because there are only 2 of those locomotives, and they're pretty rare on the north side, and they mostly work on the south side. Anyways, that's the MP36PH for now, and I was not really expecting an HSP46 and a Geneset switcher to appear in this episode, but I'm fine with it. But anyways, yeah, that's all for now, and see you in the next video as always.